Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2. This one we're going to be going over another discussion topic you guys requested for me to go ahead and do this video. We're going to be talking about a very interesting scene in one of the newest teasers for Dead City, where you have a scenario of Maggie locking like a door. You've got like Herschel that's there and stuff like that. And it appears like we may or may not have seen another variant involved in the Walking Dead franchise once again. Now, we haven't seen a variant in a good while. I mean, obviously, like, there's those serum walkers or those, like, pumped-up walkers that they use in France for Daryl Dixon. But again, like, those are, like, man-made, you know what I mean? Natural evolved variants, it's been a while. It's been a long time. And it looks like we may or may not have something like that going on in Dead City Season 2. Now, I know people have discussed the idea that apparently in this scene, you've got Maggie, you've got Herschel, they close the door behind them and they lock themselves in, right? And you see the door and it like seriously caves in like a second right after. Now, I have two opinions on this. I'm not sure whether or not it's going to happen one way or another, but these are the two scenarios I see happening. One is that it is a, like, explosion or some kind of, like, big, like, you know, like, just, you know, eruption or something that's going on in the building or something. Maybe something's going down. Maybe something is, like, literally about to crash down on them and they quickly get inside and close the door, you know what I mean? Or it's, like, an explosion of some kind and it just has that much of an impact. I don't know. You know, the doors are old. I mean, we got to remember that, like, Dead City is, like, you know, almost 20 years in the apocalypse, something like that. I mean, they skipped another year here. So, yeah, you know, it's definitely a good ways in the apocalypse. So, things, you know, get old and they kind of, over time, I suppose, they would, you know, decay and stuff. I mean, it's you know, it is natural. Although I did see a comment of somebody that said, man, I gotta admit, in the opening scene of Dead City, the buildings are not designed at all to look 20 years old. Yeah, I know. It's almost like the visual effects didn't quite get that. You know what I mean? The buildings looked fresh. They didn't look, you know, old. But again, that's just, you know, minor details, of course. But I did notice that, though. I remember when people pointed that out to me, I went back and I was like, damn, yeah, the buildings do not look that decayed like they did in Season 1. But that is what it is, you know. I guess we can't expect them to always do that, but it, you know, it adds to the immersion. I understand that, you know. But the second option is that it is a variant, and the variant is like punching their way in or trying to like knock that darn door down. That is some serious strength if that is a variant, if I've ever seen one. I mean, what kind of other variants are we going to see? I know Lauren Cohen has mentioned that apparently this season they outdo that Walker King from last season. Apparently they do something so drastic to where it is actually even a bigger deal than that. Listen, if I see a walker grab a fucking door and chuck it on the side of the room, that would be pretty crazy. If, like, it dents the door in, Maggie's getting her weapon ready, Herschel's behind her, you know what I mean? And she stands there, and the fucking door gets, like, ripped off, and you get, like, this walker, like, oh, you know, chucks the door and lunges at Maggie and Herschel. That shit would be insane. I don't know if they'll go that insane with it, but that would be mental. I'm not gonna lie. Would they do that? I don't know, man. It's like, are we gonna get like some Kratos like type level, like big dude coming in here, throws the door? I don't friggin' know. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, hey, there's possibilities everywhere with this type of shit. There really is. All I'm saying is I hope they don't make it too goofy, but I do actually kind of like the idea of like a bigger like walker, maybe like a bloater. Although, man, I gotta admit, if they do like a bloater and then they do something called the Walker King last season, I mean, this is just Last of Us at that point. You know what I mean? I don't know I don't know about that, but we'll have to see. You know, we'll see what kind of variants they come up with. Is this even a variant is the bigger question for me. Like, this could just be an explosion that goes down. This just could be something else happening altogether. Or this could be a variant walker, because that is not a normal walker behavior. I know that much. So, yeah, we'll see. It was intriguing when I saw it in the teaser, and then I know a lot of people were kind of saying, like, man, like, is that a variant? I'm like, man, that'd be interesting if it was. But, again, my biggest thing with the variants, though, in this franchise is I just want to start getting some answers on where these come from, because obviously France is not creating these because this is in New York, right? So, At least I would think so. So, and again, we didn't really get any answers on what exactly the variants were in France because they kind of skipped that on Daryl Dixon. So I'm curious, like, is this just naturally evolved ones? I would assume they are, but again, we'll have to see. It is an interesting question for sure. Are we gonna at some point see like some World War Z type of zombies? Like I don't know. It's hard to say, right? But could we get a horde that like actually like full-on runs? And I don't mean that serum shit from Daryl Dixon. I mean actual like naturally evolved walkers that are like that. Maybe that's something they could do in Dead City. I don't know. But anyway, post comments down below. Post your opinions down in the comment section. Of course, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click subscribe and tune miss any other videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos to the Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies need a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.